we'll begin in a seated position. You can place something under your pelvis to support your low back and to create a little lift there, giving a sense of ease to the body. Yeah, so sit tall on your mat and use the next 3 breaths to settle into the body. Feel free to close your eyes if that feels right for you today. Feel your whole body. Feel the shape of your body. Feel the weight of your body supported. And shift your attention to your body breathing. Notice how that feels. Notice where you feel breath in the body. And hold a gentle sense of presence with the next 3 breaths. And with an inhale, blink your eyes to open or lift your gaze. We'll start in a table and do a bit of warming up for the hips and the back and the whole body. So if you wish to, you can place some folded blanket under the knees. It makes things a little softer. It's optional. Organize your wrists under your shoulders and knees under hips. And when you inhale the next time, drop the belly, look forward and up, get wide across the collarbones and between the sit bones. Exhale, reverse the curve of your spine, drop your head. 3 breaths more. Feel how this movement supports a full breath and a full emptying of breath, and how breath supports, in turn, the movement. And in that last breath, really feel your whole spine waking up to the beautiful now. Come to a neutral spine. Lift one of your knees and begin to do some circling of the knee in one direction. Change the direction. About 3-4 circles. Good, and then sit that knee back down. Take a breath, notice. Inhale, lift the other knee and begin your circles. And change the direction after 3-4 circles. This hip might be already a little bit tired since it was used to support the other. Okay. Our first stretch today is called pigeon. So we'll start from a table, and you might like to have some props to support your body. Today I've got folded blanket, a couple of these balcony chair pillows, some yoga blocks, and a yoga strap, which are great because they're much longer than a clothing belt. Yeah. So take the left knee forward. And then walk your right leg toe to knee back behind you. So if you come to this stretch and your left hip is floating high, then you can support that with some cushion or some blocks or some way that you can feel that it has a support, that it can ground onto something. Just grab my timer here. All right. Yeah, and the ankle should be inside. So not on the outside or under the leg, but on the inside. It doesn't need to be parallel to the front of your mat. So what's important is what it feels like, not what it looks like, because we are all so unique. You feel the stretch in the whole hip joint here, and a nice opening on the extended leg hip flexor. So we'll come down and stay for 2 minutes. Supporting the forearms with some blocks can be great. You can take hands to a prayer even, and rest your forehead onto the backs of the thumbs. That sometimes feels really good. And if it's, of course, available to you, so come all the way down towards sleeping pigeon. Good. And as you come down lower, eventually, honoring where you are in your journey, but eventually it does feel very soothing to feel a belly breath touch your legs. Good. And relax your body here. So relax as much as possible, as though your body were a wet noodle. Good. So not holding and really using the minimal effort to hold this shape. We'll do 2 rounds of a breath technique called Breathe to Relax that supports a relaxation response in the body so that the nervous system can release that stretch reflex that holds us back from our full range of motion. It's a nose-to-mouth breathing. Inhale nose for 4, exhale mouth for 8 with this sound, a ha sound. Take a breath and let it go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice and feel. Good. And begin to rise up. You can draw your knee back towards a table and take a couple hip circles in one direction and the other direction. And we'll sit up for the other side. So draw your right knee forward just outside the right wrist and walk the left leg back in space. So if that feels like pretty tender to keep your knee down on the floor, you can also place something soft to support that back knee. I've started the timer since it's the second time and we know what's here. Part of a stretching practice is first noticing, okay, right side feels different than the left. Maybe one is tighter or one feels more flexible. And the word practice refers to coming back again and again. And part of that practice is to bring some symmetry to the body. So that means coming towards your edge state. That's where you feel the intensity at about a number 7 out of 10. And playing with that edge state so that with time and practice, you can bring the edge state into a bit more harmony between the left and the right side of the body. And that's the beauty of an individual practice, really honoring your unique body. Good. So we'll do again 2 rounds of breathe to relax. Just scan your body and feel where you can relax into. And as you take those inhales, see if you can feel that expansive quality of the inhale inside the hip joints, inside the pelvis. Breath coming deep into the body. Take a breath. Let it go. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oy, that was so well timed. Rise up, set your palms down, and step that right knee back for a couple of hip circles to release and change the direction. Good. Okay. So the next pose is called butterfly. So we'll do that seated. You can sit up on some blanket. or a cushion or a pillow that's nice and even. Okay, so we take the knees out to the side. They're bent, soles of the feet together. We're going to stay for 3 minutes here. And you can, you might like to support those wings of your butterfly with something so they can feel grounded. That might help also supporting relaxation response in the body. As well, you can place something here, like blocks or so, between the feet, so that when you come to lean forward, you can rest the head. And relax there. So adjust that for your body. I'll start the timer. So although you might be very tempted to hold the feet and pull yourself into the stretch, there is no hurry and no haste in these deep stretches in Indian yoga. It's a real slowing down to the speed of nature. Also, I should note that my heels are about 4 fists. If I walk my hands forward here, about 4 fists away from the pelvis. And that might be a little more than you're used to, although I'm sure you'll notice that it feels pretty right when you get there. So I've turned my palms up in this amazing gesture of receiving, simply receiving. Receiving information in the body and how the body is constantly changing. The sensations, are they new? Suddenly we notice them. Kind of finding fun words for those sensations, like pulsation, vibrant, heat, colorful, whatever those sensations are in the body. We can anchor our attention in these long hold passive stretches on our breath, like the breath technique, breathe to relax. We can anchor our attention on sensation, on what we feel. And what's amazing about that is we so often have a buzz in the mind and want to just have a wish to want to slow the mind down. The mind can either think or feel. It cannot do both at the same time. When we focus on feeling, then the thinking mind quiets down. We'll do 2 rounds of breathe to relax. We're 2 minutes in, and we've got a minute to go. You're doing so well. Take a breath and let it go. Breathe in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For the next couple of rounds of breath, feel the movement, the subtle movement of your body as it breathes in this shape. That is time. Slowly rise up and we'll do a release. Move your props out of the way. Lean back on the hands behind you and set your soles of the feet a little wider than your hip distance. And then drop your knees from one side to the other. Good. And let that go. The next stretch is really the summit of our mountain today. Yeah, it is called tailed dragon in yin yoga, and it's called jackknife blaster in science of stretching. So for this, you can use a wall or a yoga strap, I've discovered. So it is, I'll show it to you first with the yoga strap. We'll step with left leg forward and then loop the strap over your foot behind you and take the 2 ends of the strap. Then you come forward onto some blocks like we did with blaster, all the way down to the floor. And I've pulled that strap up over my shoulder So the foot is, so the knee is flexed behind, the heel coming towards the pelvis. Okay, here you can stay. You can also do this same stretch at a wall. And again, you can support any knee which is resting on the floor. You can support it with some extra cushion. So we'll set, and that's very handy that the cushion just slides into position here. So this stretch will hold just for 2 minutes because it's a big one, yeah. And I've started the timer. Tailed dragon or jackknife blaster. So if you want to intensify the stretch, you can just walk that front foot forward and wow, that gets some much more interesting information happening inside the body. Good. And again here, really focus on relaxing. Here it is possible, if you focus on the subtle, to feel the expansive quality in the pelvis, around the pelvis area as you breathe. You gotta let the belly be soft to do that. Belly soft, receiving breath. And this is one of those big stretches where you can really receive some support from the breathe to relax technique. So we'll do 2 rounds together. Take an inhale and let it go. Inhale through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. Feel free to add a smile to your face. That creates a wonderful release of tension in the face. Smiling. And for the last 5 seconds, can you invite some joy into this experience? That is time. Maybe the joy is the end of the stretch. Okay, so to come out of this pose, find your way, and know that it might not be graceful, and that's okay. All right, so we'll do a release here, a bit more of those hip circles, maybe making them a little bigger this time. Good. Okay, gently let that go, and we'll set up for the other side. So I'll show this one with the strap this time. Although, yeah, I think it is recommendable. Whatever you did on one side, do the same. I'll set the strap up here, reach it up and over. Okay, step my right leg forward. All right. So, coming into your tailed dragon or jackknife blaster. Moving my right foot forward with the support of my hand. I call this helping hand. Yeah. Good. So we've got a lot of extra skin around the knee for it to be able to deeply flex. So one way to add extra padding under the knee is to literally shift that extra skin under the knee by moving the kneecap, sort of sliding it forward. Good. We're coming towards halfway here. So a note about the front leg. It might be that your knee comes out to the side, and that's okay. It's not what it looks like. It's what it feels like. So I'll just point out some areas of the body that are receiving the stretch. It is the quadricep, so the front of the upper leg, also the hip flexor, and the whole hip joint on the right leg is definitely invited into a place of potential here. Yeah, we've got 30 seconds or so to go, and we'll come right up to the end with 2 rounds of breathe to relax. Take a breath. Let it go. Inhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. Ooh, let that go. Come on out safely. Yes, and take a couple of hip circles to release that. Very good. Change the direction. So there's the option to end this class here, or to add a 1-minute centering breath awareness. So if you're leaving us at this point, thank you for your practice. Otherwise, take a seat where you feel that you can breathe easily. Spine tall, and settle into the body. For 3 rounds of breath, focus on what you feel in your body, on sensation. Feel the whole body alive and vibrant with sensation. Feel your body breathing and notice how that feels. Maybe it feels different than at the start. We're going to end with 3 rounds of a balancing breath, where inhale and exhale are equal to the count of 4. In and out the nose. Take a breath and just let it go. Inhale through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale mouth, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. With an inhale, blink your eyes open or lift your gaze. Thank you for your practice today.